Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Bowling.
Here.
Brown. Spectrum.
Here.
Carson.
Here.
Chadwell.
Here.
Chambers.
Here.
Day.
Here.
Gray. Here. David Jeffers.
Here.
Jerry Jeffers.
Here.
Wiles.
Here.
Morrow.
Here.
Slayton. Strong.
Here.
We'll have a quorum, I'm sure Commissioner Brown would be here if she could, but she has a pretty bad injury to take care of. Number one on the agenda for today is approval of minutes from the previous meeting. We get a motion in a second, put those to record, please.
Second motion.
A motion, Commissioner Butler.
I'll second motion.
Second by Commissioner Bowman. Any discussion, changes? Hearing none, voting on voice vote, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 2 on the agenda is nomination of notaries and bond approvals. We have 2 notaries that are listed in your package and 4 surety bonds. Will we get those approved, please?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Day,
Second.
second by Commissioner Gray. Voting on voice vote, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3 on the agenda is financial reports. We have a lengthy list of financials this time around. The year-end from finance, that we still haven't closed out the books from the last year, so that will be, I'm sure, ready by the next meeting. But you do have the monthly from the county clerks, plus the quarterly. You have the quarterly from the registered office. You have the quarterly from the veteran service officer. You have the annual from the clerk and master, the monthly from the trustee, the annual from the circuit court clerk, the annual from the county clerk, and the annual from the register of deeds. We put those directly. Motion by Commissioner Slater. Second by Commissioner Butler. Any questions or discussion about those documents? Hearing none, voting on the voice vote, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4 on the agenda is school matters. Is there anyone from the school that has anything to bring before the committee to the commission? Hearing none, moving on. Item number 5 is the sheriff's report. I do not see him, so we're moving right along. Item number 6, road matters.
I don't have anything.
Anybody have any questions for Mr. King? Hearing none, we'll move on to item number 7. Item number 7 is general public. If anyone has anything to bring before this commission, now would be the time to do it. Still moving. Item number 8 is committee reports and resolutions. First is Park and Rec Committee.
The Parks and Recreation Committee met July 6, 2021. Members present: David Jeffers, Sheila Dutcher, and Donnie Bowen. Members absent: Sonny Gray, Chadwell, and Diane Smith. There was not a quorum.
You have heard the reading of the minutes from the Park and Rec Committee. Those directed, please.
I make the motion to accept.
Motion by Commissioner Bowen.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Lyles. Voting on voice vote, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Anything else, sir? Thank you. Item number 8B, Emergency Services Committee.
Emergency Services Committee met July 6, 2021. Members present: Jared Jeffers, David Blue Day, Kenny Morrow, Shonda Gray, Donnie Bowen, Benny Carson. Members absent: Harold Chambers. The meeting was called to order at 5:46 p.m. by Chairman Jared Jeffers. No action was taken. Motion by Shonda Gray, second by David Blue Day to adjourn. Voting aye, all present.
Heard the reading of the minutes for the Emergency Services Committee.
Motion to accept.
Motion by Commissioner Day, second by Commissioner Gray. Voting on voice vote, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 8C is buildings and grounds.
The Building and Grounds Committee met July 6, 2021. Members present: David Jeffers, Benny Carson, Jared Jeffers, Shonda Gray, Kenny Morrow. Members absent: Patty Brown and Harold Chambers. The meeting was called to order at 5:07 p.m. by Chairman David Jeffers. No action was taken. Motion by Shonda Gray, second by Jared Jeffers to adjourn the meeting. Voting aye, all present.
Heard the reading of the Buildings and Grounds Committee minutes.
That's the motion.
Motion by Commissioner David Jeffers.
Community Development Committee met on July the 6th. Members present: Paul Strunk, Sheila Butler, Donnie Bolin, David Jeffers, Shonda Gray, Benny Carson. Sam Miles was absent. Meeting called to order at 5:32 p.m. with Chairman Paul Strunk. Motion by David Jeffers, second by Donnie Bolin. Forward to the full commission the amendment to the lease agreement with New River McCreary County Missionary Baptist Association. Voting aisle present. Motion by Shonda Gray, second by David Jeffers. Forward to the full commission the premium pay to be paid by the ARPA in Fund 127, $1,500 to full-time and $1,125 to part-time to all employees that are actively working on July 15, 2021, except for elected officials, county commission, board, election commission board employees that their pay is set by the state of Tennessee, and 210-day contract employees. Voting yes: Sheila Butler, Donnie Bolin, David Jeffers, Shonda Gray, Benny Carson, Paul Strunk. Voting no, none. Motion by Shonda Gray, second by Donnie Bolin to adjourn. Voting aisle present.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Day,
Second.
second by Commissioner Lyle. Any discussion? Hearing none, voting on the voice vote, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I believe you have a couple of.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we do have a couple of actionable items. The first is the amendment to the lease with the New River McCreary County Missionary Baptist Association. This is what we've been talking about for the last couple of months, and a collaborative agreement with the town of Winfield and the development with the assistance of the emergency medical folks at Lifestar and our own Scott County Ambulance Service to establish a helipad or landing zone in the northern part of the county. And this would be located in what was formerly the General Winfield Scott Memorial Park, which is just north of the old Winfield School. Reading the amendment to the lease as proposed. This amendment to the lease agreement is entered into and by and between Scott County, Tennessee, a governmental entity, the lessor, and New River McCreary County Missionary Baptist Association, a qualified not-for-profit organization, hereafter lessee, and is executed in accordance with and by the authority given by Tennessee Code annotated Title 5, Chapter 7, Section 116. Whereas the lessor has, since April of 2011, leased the old Winfield School site to the lessee, being identified in the Scott County tax records as parcel 102.00 of map 20, and whereas a portion of the leased property, formerly the site of the General Winfield Scott Memorial Park, has been identified as suitable site to locate a helipad for emergency medical evacuations, and whereas this area of the leased property is not being utilized by the lessee, who on April 12, 2021 resolved to donate the area back to the lessor for development of a helipad, and whereas the parties desire to amend the lease agreement for this limited purpose. Now therefore be it resolved that the lease agreement shall be amended as follows. Article 1, lessee hereby releases the former site of the General Winfield Scott Memorial Park of the leased property back to the lessor for purposes of development, construction, and maintenance of a helipad for emergency medical evacuations. Article 2, lessee further releases any area needed to access, construct, and maintain a roadway easement from the leased property or State Highway 27 to the helipad location, as will be later determined. Article 3, the released area shall not include or interfere with the area previously leased to Highland Telephone Cooperative Incorporated, as authorized by the resolution of the Scott County Board of County Commissioners in November of 2012. Lessee shall not be responsible for any cost or maintenance of the helipad and shall not be responsible for any liabilities associated with the development, use, and maintenance of the helipad. Article 5, this lease agreement between the parties shall be otherwise unaffected and affirmed. Mr. Chairman, I would make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Strunk to approve the lease agreement.
I'll take it.
Commissioner Chambers, any questions or discussion? Hearing none, voting on the voice vote for the approval of the amended lease agreement. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
The only other actionable item in the packet for community development is actually a resolution that was intended to go through budget committee, but we were unable to have a budget committee meeting because of lack of quorum 2 weeks ago. Reading as written, and then we'll discuss upon further questions. Whereas the Scott County Mayor and Board of County Commissioners want to express their appreciation to full and part-time county employees who worked and made unique sacrifices during the COVID-19 pandemic. And whereas Scott County is a recipient of COVID-19 recovery funds under the American Rescue Plan Act, which could be used to provide county employees with premium or incentive pay in the form of bonuses. And whereas the Budget Committee and the Scott County Mayor have recommended the allocation of $316,687 from the ARPA funds into the county's budget, Fund 127, from which these premium incentive payments may be made to full and part-time county employees on the county's payroll on July 15, 2021, and who are otherwise qualified to receive payments under the guidance of the Act. Now be it therefore resolved, the Scott County Board of County Commissioners hereby approves this recommendation, which will provide eligible full-time county employees a one-time lump sum payment of $1,500 and eligible part-time employees a one-time lump sum payment of $1,125 from the American Rescue Plan Act funds. Mayor, I think in your sidebar conversation, basically with the minutes that were read earlier, just confirmation that this does not include elected officials, county commission, election commission, board employees, and that their pay is set by the state of Tennessee and 210-day contract employees. So you're saying eligible
Yes.
in here.
County
excluding
officials are not eligible under those guidelines.
Okay.
But what I was bringing to John Beatty was, so it's not described in the resolution, but it is described, the guidelines are called out, and I presume the guidelines that are dictated by the minutes that were approved by the committee to bring forward.
Absolutely.
Mr. Chairman, I have some questions.
Yes, sir.
Vice Chair. Will that be two payments? Will that bonus be a separate payment, separate deposit?
From the payroll?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because it's coming from Fund 127.
Thank you, ma'am.
Different checking account.
Take a little while to get that process, you think?
My payroll clerk has already got it ready. We were hoping the state would go ahead and approve our budget so that we could go ahead and do the pay raises. We have not heard from the state, so we're ready next week, if you guys approve this, to go ahead with Fund 127 with the bonuses. Unless you guys want to do it at a different time.
What's the income tax rate on?
It's according to how much money they make, otherwise.
Because I know federal government is 25%. Anything you get above, I didn't know if that applies here.
It takes a big chunk, I'd say 25%, it's a good rule of thumb.
I guess for clarification, the taxes will be removed before the deposit is made, correct?
Of course.
Just like payroll. Any other questions? Comments?
I talked to most of the department heads and elected officials today, and everybody just wants to say thank you, for helping the boys out. They've all come in and worked through COVID. Everybody's been dedicated to their jobs and come in, and everybody just want to say thank you for going ahead and doing this. We appreciate it.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, voting on roll call, please.
Bowman,
Aye.
Brown, Budger, Carson, Chadwell,
Aye.
Chambers, Day,
Aye.
Gray,
Committee, call to order, July 6th, members present, David Blue Day, Paul Strunk, Kenny Morrow, Mike Slavin, Jerry Jeffers, members absent, Keith Chapman, Patty Brown. Meeting's called to order at 5:03 p.m. by acting chairman, Chet Tibbs. First action was motion by David Blue Day, second by Kenny Morrow, for the full commission contract, HDTL 1750, State Tennessee Department of Children's Services, at Scott County Juvenile Detention Center, voting yes, all present. Second action motion by David Blue Day, second by Jerry Jeffers, for the full commission contract for State Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services, voting aye, all present. Third action was a motion by Mike Slavin, second by Kenny Morrow, for the full commission approval of the ARPA grant for the Scott County Libraries for $6,175 with a $325 match from Fund 171, voting all present. Last action was a motion by Paul Strunk, second by Mike Slavin to adjourn, voting aye, all present.
First reading of minutes of the government.
Motion, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Tenn.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Day. Any corrections? Hearing none, voting on the voice vote, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
It looks like it's just kind of just pushed through grants, not through the board jobs.
Juvenile state contract, that's the typical contract we do every year. This does have an increase from 132, I believe, to 139 for inmates or other counties. Everything else is very typical in the contract.
I'll make a motion to approve.
A motion by Commissioner Chadwell to approve the juvenile state contract. Second by Commissioner Morrow. Voting on the voice vote, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next is mental health services for criminal defendants, misdemeanors.
That is, once again, another contract that is needed to save if someone is charged with misdemeanor charges, needs mental health services, it pretty much overcuts the price tag in half for whatever charge, but we don't have any contract.
I'll make a motion to approve.
That's a motion by Commissioner Chadwell.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Jerry Jeffers. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, voting on the voice vote, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Next is the grant for the library.
Grant for the library is, the only cost to the county is $325 match, which will not go towards maintenance of effort. Is that correct?
Correct.
Because it's being pulled from Fund 171, so.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve the library grant. Commissioner Day, second came from Commissioner Slade. Any questions on that grant? And then voting on the voice vote, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next, probation court grant.
This one I'm not real familiar with, it's a standard. But it's the typical contract we have every time around, and it's for $40,000, I believe, maximum liability. I believe that is a zero match as well.
Motion to approve, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Chadwell,
Second.
second by Commissioner David Jeffers. Any questions? Voting on the voice vote, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And then last, that I have listed here, the airport maintenance grant.
Airport maintenance grant is for $15,000, there is a zero match on that as well, and it is for maintenance for the airport.
Make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Slavin, second by Commissioner Strunk. Any other questions on that? Hearing none, voting on the voice vote, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, looks like that's all I have, unless you have something else. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Item number 8F is budget committee.
Budget committee, July 6, 2021, members present, Mike Slavin, Paul Strunk, members absent, Patty Brown, Sam Miles, and Ken Chadwell. And we did not have a meeting, we did not have a vote. No action taken.
So you've heard the reading of the minutes of the budget committee. With those corrections.
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner David Jeffers,
Second.
second by Commissioner Lyle. Voting on the voice vote, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I believe everything under those, the budget committee was taken care of during community development. Anything else, sir?
No, no. 12/2021. Members present, Mike Slavin, Jeff Tibbles, Sheila Butler, Kelvin King, Bill Hall, Kenny Chadwell, and Harold Chambers. Yes, there's no members absent in this round.
I was there.
Okay, sorry. So, all committee members were in attendance. Also present was Jared Jeffers, Gary Goins, and Ron Phillips. The meeting was called to order at 5 p.m. by Chairman Mike Slavin. Motion by Kenny Chadwell, second by Jeff Tibbles to open the bids, voting aye, all present. Motion by Jeff Tibbles, second by Kenny Chadwell to award the pest control bid to A to Z Pest and Wildlife Control Incorporated for the fiscal year 21-22, voting aye, all present. Number 3, motion by Kelvin King, second by Jeff Tibbles to award the automatic floor scrubbing machine bid to the Scott County Board of Education, voting aye, all present. Number 4, motion by Jeff Tibbles, second by Kenny Chadwell to request the finance director to evaluate the janitorial supply bid, voting aye, all present. Number 5, motion by Bill Hall, second by Jeff Tibbles to adjourn the meeting, voting aye, all present.
Third reading